Hi everyone, it's Diego Reyes for CNN Philippines 10, where we break down major stories from here and abroad into bite-sized packs in 10 minutes. The Philippines joins this year's Meeting of the Styles, the world's largest graffiti and street art festival. These shipping containers get a glow-up thanks to graffiti artists. What were once used as quarantine facilities at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic now serve as a canvas for art. 10 international and 40 local artists gathered at the Lakeshore Quarantine Facility in Taguig City to kick off this year's Meeting of the Styles.
This event will surely bring inspiration to the younger generation and actually wala sa edad magbibigay ng inspirasyon sa mga Pilipino na mas lalo pang i-celebrate at ipakita yung angkin nating talento pagdating sa arts.
Since its inception in 1997, Meeting of the Styles has continued to provide a network for graffiti artists and urban culture.
People will be doing letters we call styles. That's the reason why the title of the event is Meeting of Styles. Styles is the term like when you're doing letters like graffiti, but not just letters. So some guys also doing like characters.
The Meeting of the Styles first arrived in Manila in 2013. 10 years later, organizers are glad to see the community growing. They believe the event is a good platform to change the public's view of graffiti, street art, and murals. Artists are grateful for the opportunity to showcase their talent. Artists hope the event will encourage more Filipinos to appreciate the subculture and join the growing graffiti and street art community. United Nations Cultural Agency UNESCO hails Bohol Island as a global geopark, the first in the Philippines. UNESCO says Bohol's geological identity has been pieced together over 150 million years. It recognized the island's karst structures such as caves, sinkholes, and the popular tourist spot Chocolate Hills. Bohol's Danahon Double Barrier Reef also took the spotlight. UNESCO says it is unique in Southeast Asia and only one of just 6 documented in the world. The provincial government hopes this milestone will be an inspiration for further collaboration on the sustainable development of Bohol. Filipina Louie Horn was chosen to represent the greatness of nurses around the globe. She served as lamp bearer during the commemoration service for Florence Nightingale, the founder of modern nursing. It was held at the St. Paul's Cathedral in London to recognize nursing and midwifery communities. Horn has been working as a nurse for more than 2 decades, with many looking up to her as the leader of some groups of Filipino nurses in the United Kingdom.
Lahat ng mga nurses is maging proud kayo sa sarili nyong propesyon. Kaya nating abutin yung mga pangarap natin basta, consistent tayo sa sipag tsaka sa tiyaga, At tsaka lagi tayong maging positibo. Piliin yung maging role model at inspirasyon ng ibang mga Pilipino kasi yan ang makakatulong para lahat tayo mag-level up and lahat tayo makilala, hindi lang sa Pilipinas kundi sa buong mundo.
From nurses to seafarers, more opportunities await them this year. During President Bongbong Marcos' visit in Washington early this month, U.S. companies seek to hire 75,000 Filipino seafarers. Filipino crew members can now also be hired in Canada over a new agreement, while thousands of Filipino officers and crew members will also be keeping their jobs in European Union flagged vessels after the European Commission's decision to recognize their certificates. With the changing times, officials also see the need to upskill or upgrade the country's seafarers. Future challenges facing the maritime industry include digitalization and decarbonization of ships to address climate change.
To ensure that the seafarers will not be left behind when ships transition to newer technologies, that the present seafarers with their present competencies will not be left behind. They will be upskilled, they will be reskilled, they will be retrained to be able to operate on these new technologies.
And news from San Miguel Corporation. The company has launched a series on YouTube dubbed as San Si Miguel. It will take the viewers to the many places where the company is working to make a difference in the lives of the Filipinos. On its premiere episode, Ginebra San Miguel Gin King L.A. Tenorio got to know SMC's businesses and projects and how these contribute to economic development and uplifting people's lives. 15-year-old Adrielle Page Esma won the essay writing contest of U.S. Space Agency, NASA. Tackling space exploration, she was one of the 3 students who won in the contest where about 1,600 joined. Her prize, a VIP tour at the NASA Glenn Research Center in Ohio. Audriel is based in Florida and studying Astronova, an experimental online school of tech billionaire Elon Musk. She shares that she loves science ever since she was young and advises others to ask and be curious.
Always keep exploring and finding out more. That is really how I got here, asking questions about why is this planet shaped like that? And why does it look so funny? So even like just one question will always lead to more.
A school teacher from Masbate City helps a student apart from education. Teacher Ronnie Valladores Jr. shares he noticed his student Jareth Manlapas had been skipping class for 2 weeks because he was tasked to take care of his siblings while his parents worked. When he went back to school, teacher Ronnie thought of rewarding Jareth with snacks in his bag. This received praise online, so more have given help to Jareth, including a bicycle that he now uses to go to school. To prevent dengue in schools, the Pasay City government has installed treated nets on windows of more than 1,000 classrooms. Once a mosquito lands on the net surface, it will be paralyzed and eventually die.
5 years yung capacity niya at may certain chemicals siyang nakalagay dyan sa net. This time, malaking tulong ito na instead na humingi tayo ng every week lang na fumigation ay maliit yung chance every week babalik uli. But this one, long-lasting.
The local government enjoins the community to participate in the 4 o'clock habit to fight dengue to eradicate mosquito breeding sites like stagnant water. In sports, our pentathletes brought home 7 gold and 2 silver medals from the UIPM 2023 Southeast Asian Championships in Thailand. Samuel Herman and Juliana Shane Sevilla led in the men's and women's laser run events in the Southeast Asian and Asian category. They also won in the laser run mixed relay.
Di ko po inano na makuha ko yung time na yon kasi yung nakalaban ko doon is na-challenge pa ako doon kasi yung kalaban ko doon, yung gold medalist na SEA Games sa 2019. So, I can't imagine nga na makukuha ko yun na time na yun. Tas, yung nasa likod ko po yung gold medalist. So, ginawa ko po na, may qualifying pa po kami kung sino yung dadalhin doon sa Great Britain po. So, gagawin ko po yung best ko para madala po doon.
In entertainment, actor Dennis Trillo is set to star in the international series Severino. The series is about the first documented serial killer in the Philippines. This is not Trillo's first international project as he was part of the on-the-job The Missing 8 cast. Lego will release a PacMan set based on the 1980s arcade game. It has more than 2,000 pieces with characters that can move in mazes built. It will be released on June 4 as part of the Icons collection. The trailer for the musical reboot of the award-winning classic film The Color Purple has been released. It stars Halle Bailey, who also headlines The Little Mermaid. The movie is also the major motion picture debut of American Idol winner Fantasia Barrino, who plays Celie. Also part of the cast is film singer Her. In its Broadway show in 2007, the film narrates the struggles of black women in the US in the 1900s. And now, for 10-second trivia. Which show is the highest grossing production on Broadway to date? Hairspray, Hamilton, The Lion King, or Wicked? The highest grossing Broadway show of all time is The Lion King. It has been running on Broadway since its opening on November 13, 1997. It topped the charts by grossing more than $4.3 million across 9 performances, the highest gross ever for the show and a rare milestone to reach in the industry. The hit musical won 6 Tony Awards and also earned more than 70 major arts awards. And that's it for CNN Philippines 10. I am Diego Reyes, giving you news you can use, news you can trust in 10 minutes. Thanks for joining me today, and see you again next time.